Tier 1 this evening at Track Portugal. I'm joined this evening by Andrew. How you doing this evening, Andrew?
Good evening to you, my fellow teammates, and it's 8:40. Oh, it's slightly later than 8:45, everybody. Unfortunately, after our little kerfuffle because someone forgot one of the settings. We won't name any names. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But no. New face for me, for partner for me in the comms box this season. Welcome, Steve. It is nice to have you alongside me for this one. It's a nice new partnership to start with, isn't it, for the season?
Yeah,
looking forward to it.
Well, we'll see how we get on this evening. I'm looking forward to this one. The Tier 2 was certainly interesting. So yeah, tonight
it was chaotic. I think is probably the best word for it. But
well, I was out of the action. I had a bit of a moment into, I think, turn 1 or 2, so I was sort of quite near the back, unfortunately. Most of the time.
I was fuming after qualifying, and everything just went to pot after that. So we've had some changes over the off-season, as we can see, with a few drivers who are very out of places, shall we say, as we've not normally seen them before, especially with a certain few-time champion. He's left Maranello, hasn't he, after a few seasons?
Yeah, it's going to be that's going to be very interesting, I think.
It's going to be odd seeing him in not red this season. But laps are starting to fly thick and fast. We're going to go. Oh, speaking of Ferrari, we're going to go on to someone who is reserving tonight very nicely for us, and that is another former champion of Tier 1, Mr. J. Sarge. Looks like he's back home in that Ferrari again tonight. Just finishes his first lap.
Not a bad banker lap for him, really.
No,
more to come.
18-0. He's got the pace in the car. He's always there, and good to see Hodgie get an early banker in as well. The Middlesbrough Meister are back in.
Absolutely.
Chris taking a leaf from his old teammate's old book. Sorry to
That's all right.
jump over you. He's gone for the intermediates. Chris, you're not in Tier 2. On that one, so we. Oh, Saviour with the opening gambit there.
You can always rely on Saviour.
Did he get the 2023 Aston Martin?
Say that again, sorry.
Did he get the 2023 Aston Martin and we didn't? For Tier 2.
It's been a long time since I've been in an Aston, I've got to say.
No, it's a nice car to have, but you're looking forward to the season?
Yeah, now this one's pretty much out of the way, very much so. I'm a big fan of pretty much all the upcoming tracks. This one's just a bit of a bogey one for me. I did alright in practice the other night, and yeah, it just didn't really pan out this evening. But yeah, out of the way, onward and upward, and yeah, look, I'm aiming for around about top 5 finishing at the end of the season. Once this week.
The good run starts, but
yeah.
No, the guys are all getting the first few laps in. Let's jump to Fox River. We're not showing any Aston Martin bias, are we tonight? But,
none at all.
Purple for the second sector, looking like he's going to finish this lap up quite nicely and see what time he ends up with. I think there's a car ahead of him. I think it's one of the cash apps.
Got out of his way nicely.
Gets out his way nicely as he heads down through the final corner to finish the lap. Where does he end up with this one? 18-0 P8, not too bad an opening lap. Kid Dynamite up to P2 as well, not missed by ourselves, and a very nice explosive lap from the ex-Williams driver. Looks like he's had a promotion.
I'm waiting to see what Eugenie comes up with. It looks like he's just under 4 temps up at the moment.
Oh, let's go to the champion.
Sector 1. You know he's going to spice up the top few straight away.
That cut 1.7 up in that second sector. That Red Bull's looking planted. As the McLaren gets out of the way, as he heads through into the final couple of corners, plants the throttle.
I'm going for a 16.5 on this one, I think.
It'll be a good opening lap to see what he gets. Oh, you were close. 16.6, fantastic lap. That's the opening gauntlet thrown down by the champion. Just goes, look, boys, if you want to have this title, you're going to have to work hard for it. But he had Bujoni. Sorry, what you say?
I was going to say he's obviously one of the masters here, but I think this season's going to be very, very interesting because it's very much like the real life Formula One. Everyone seems to be closing in on a certain driver rather than the team, obviously. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really spicy season.
I reckon so too. There's at least 5 or 6 guys literally looking like they could be all within a chance of this. Ujoni being one, Saviour's another, Dynamite, Ben as well. He ran Ujoni so close the back end of season 15. And
there's some quick guys here, some big names.
There are some very heavy hitters. And this one, only 4 likes for the season opening. What's going on, people? Come on.
One of them's mine as well.
Get the views in, get the like button hit, and get the bell rung so you can actually watch us and don't miss out on any races for us. Well, at least he's put the right tyres on now, as Chris, but gone for the mediums. Interesting choice. I think he's trying to bed some of them in for the race.
Yeah, possibly scrub them up a bit. He could put it probably in the top 5 or 6 with those tyres anyway, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, definitely.
17.5, yeah, I'm sure he was doing that sort of time.
Jay Sarge on an outlap. Saviour's coming in, Ujoni's coming in. Let's go to the other Mercedes for a little bit and let's have a look with Calvin. See how he's getting on.
Oh, it's just about to start, actually.
Just about to start a nice flying lap. Unique part with this track, it's very undulating, isn't it? It's very uphill, downhill.
Cracking word for the track as well, to be honest. But yeah, it's a lot of strange corners on it though. You can really lose yourself. Unfortunately.
Yeah, Calvin's done the track limit.
Yeah,
it's so easy to do.
One, isn't it?
So easy.
I don't know if my version of the game possibly glitched. I think that the first pit stop I clearly didn't slow down in time, and I picked up the unfortunate 10-second penalty.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, when I went in for the second time, I slowed right down, but it kept flashing between the red and the green, telling me I was or wasn't. I kept slowing even more, and then I got a penalty again as I was driving in.
Oh dear, wasn't that night, was it? But
yeah, well that's it, you know. Take the rough with the smooth.
We'll be back, but let's go on with with Sarge on his second lap. See what he can get in with that Ferrari.
While you're watching, I'm going to stick on board with Calvin. I've got a feeling he's just saved his battery and he's going to go for a second run.
Yeah, it probably will be. I think Sarge is a fan of an ex-driver. I just can't put my finger on it. Who he's a fan of? If he's in a Ferrari and he's number 7, I wonder who he's referring to.
I'm no good with the numbers except the ones I know. Like
P6 for him. I think we'll leave him. I think we'll leave him alone. I think he knows what he's doing.
Alright, there we go. Yep, Calvin's also just started now. So
speaking of Tier 2, shout out to a little rival of ours from Tier 2 reserving tonight. A certain Mr. Armar up in 4th place.
Yeah, Armar's incredibly fast.
Yeah, he is. As Dynamite takes the pole position now.
Very nice.
16.5. I thought I saw Toto doing some backflips.
I think Calvin was about 2 tenths up in.
Let's have a go to the Calvin.
These 2 corners here actually particularly evil.
Yeah, you can easily get track limits there.
Yeah, and the traction coming out over the top of the hill trying to get your throttle down. That can be very tricky.
He's looking very planted in the Mercedes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Another 3 tenths up.
Smooth, carried a lot of speed around there.
He could be up around, if he finishes the way time he's doing, he's going to be up around Armar and Ben sort of grid slot, which is still very good going for him.
I think get a distant toe off the car ahead maybe as well.
Yeah, let's see if what he picks up.
Tuck in.
Oh, he's going for the narrower route. Oh, it's 16.9.
Look at that. That's a lap.
Or maybe this is a sign everyone has to say what to get the lines. There comes the lap from Ben. There's the lap.
What's that? 2 tenth and a half.
There's the lap time just to say to Joni, just going. You think you're gonna forget about me for this season? I don't think so, Sunshine. Just having a quick look in the chat. Evening, Ant. How are you? You're gonna be up in P9 in the French bubblegum car for tonight.
Let's have a look. Just back on board with you, Jamie, now. Just want to see. Oh, a little bit of a moment actually coming out of 12.
Let's go to Saviour, but he's invalidated. Oh yeah, let's go to Jody quickly and see how he's going to respond to Benson. Whoa, very
he's pushing half a tenth at the moment.
Yeah, he was very wayward out of that turn there. I don't think he's backed off.
No, he's sticking with it by the looks of it, but yeah, that was the second little moment like that, so he's probably lost himself a good 3-4 tenths maybe out of the whole thing there.
Yeah, he's just trying to find the limit at the moment, I think. 14, 15, 16, 5, he improves, but not in the position. He's gotten close to Dynamite. Saviour's getting wheeled back in. Bobo's had a bit of a moment. He's a bit slow out of the hairpin. Karma's in. Ant's finishing a lap.
Just finishing up. On board with Jules. See what he's up to.
In Team Papaya rules for this season.
Yep. Who do you think out of those two is going to have it this season? Not in MRC, in the real deal.
I could see Piastri being a lot closer to him, to Lando this season.
Do you think just closer, or do you think maybe ahead? Do you reckon they'll allow that to happen?
They'll be closer than what they were.
Yeah. I think he'll give him a run for his money. Jules is just invalidated coming out of the last turn.
No.
Slightly too much over the curb. Ditch the effort. Oh, it's a shame.
Colin's coming to pits. Lorpe's doing a bit of a Valtteri Bottas impression, doing some grass cutting. Micromash is finishing a lap.
RS Sam.
Let's have a go on. Let's go on. Let's watch the end of the lap with the Visa, Cash App, Spotify, PayPal, Amazon team. They had a new name every week.
It was a bit nuts last season, wasn't it?
Yeah, they literally just looked at the wall and just thinking, okay, let's just lob a load of words at it and see what sticks.
Apparently nothing did really for too long.
No, it didn't really. 17. It's the lull before the final runs now, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've only got one Saviour's on outlap.
Both the Astons are out at the moment. Fox Rivers a little bit further on around the track.
Saviour 16.6. Yeah, I think Saviour's probably got maybe another 2 tenths in the bag.
I think he's going a little bit too early though. I would wait probably another minute just before everyone else gets out.
Yeah, I always get a bit panicky and tend to go out a little bit too early, and then I see myself disappear down the board as
I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well.
Yeah. I've done a decent lap. Yeah.
Oh, there comes Joni. Blitzes it by a second. So we'll go on board with. Let's go on board with Saviour for his flying lap, shall we?
Turn 1, all right.
Turn 1, turn 2. It comes at you very quick and very quick and very rapid. Those first few turns, and then he flies all the way down through towards turn 4, off that DRS straight, breaks into the hairpin. A little bit wide there.
Missed it a little bit, but yeah, got it round.
Turn 5, turn 6, turn 7 to the uphill. I think there's a car just ahead of him. I think it's one of the Williams. Yep, they get out of the way nicely for him. But I think the onboard as well just shows the undulation for the track.
Yeah.
2 tenths.
It's a bit like the only other one really is what Zan bought. It's not quite as severe as this, is it? And then
no. This is a little bit more the roller coaster.
Yeah.
Saviour's lost it. No.
That's a shame.
I think that might be his qualifying done.
On the left, what's he got? 40% battery.
Oh, Ujoni and Kid are right on the same part of the track. Ben's just starting his lap now. Let's go on board with the provisional pulse. Let's go on with the provisional pulse hitter, sorry. Flies through turn 1, turn 2. That Haas is looking planted tonight. I wonder what wings he's running. Blitzes up through turn 4. He's quicker again. Less than a tenth up. He's quicker again.
I'm going to jump back a few and sit on with Bailey and see how he's getting on.
Oh, let's go. Keep an eye on the Patrick Manford fan club president. He's never escaping that nickname with me around.
He's about 900s up at the moment.
Put him close to Joni's lap time. Ben's lost the time a little bit in the second sector. He's down just under half a tenth as he comes through the last couple of corners now. This should be the end of his qualifying. See where he ends up. $14.15. He improves. 16.326. That's his last gambit. Let's drop back quickly to Kid. I think he's back. Looking like he's on the time screen. He's backed off. Kid's done. Ujoni 16.351. He
jumps. Going to need a kick-ass last turn into. Yeah, no, it didn't make any change.
Still, Chris will be happy with that.
Yeah,
P4.
Well, fourth's not a bad place. And his racecraft is usually just a case of finding his way straight through.
Micromash finishes 16.9. Very good luck for him. Armour is invalidated. I think Ant's backing off. Jules is just finishing up his lap. Goes to P8. Very good finish. Last lap from the McLaren driver.
Fox is just coming over as well.
P14 Hodges in the pits, and I think that is qualifying.
There we go.
Went thick and fast.
I mean, literally the top 10 all in the 16, separated by just over half a second. It's crazy.
Impressive. This is going to be a season you're going to want to stick around for, people. Saying that, the second half of the field as well. I mean, it's not much of a difference. Again, it's about a second between the 11th and 20th. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very tight season.
It's a very tricky opening section on the race when you're coming off the start line here. It doesn't seem to matter where in the field you are, unless you're at the front. It's a bit of a tricky first 2 or 3 turnings, especially going into the hairpin.
It's a very small run. As I'll just run quickly through the grid. We have Ben taking the first pole position of season 16, followed by Ujoni Kid Dynamite in P2 and 3. Then you have Chris Bailey in P4, Saviour P5, Sarge P6, Bobo P7, Jules P8, Calvin P9, Micromash rounding at the top 10. Then 11th Armour Red, 12th Ant, 13th G-Star, 14th Fox River 8, 15th Hodgie, 16th Collins, 17th Bergen, 18th Lorpy. Sam Feo is 19th, and Sam Flan rounds out the grid in 20th. I thought I wouldn't have to do it that quick ever again, but I still can do it.
Very impressive.
Thank you. As we go to the 5-minute break now in this one. So who is your bet on for this race, Steve?
Oh, well, I'm thinking it's got to be, obviously I've got to put Ujoni up there because he's always up there, but I think Ben is going to be a certain contender for sure. Yeah,
I can definitely agree.
Although Bailey didn't quite get up there on the quali today, like I say, his race pace and racecraft is usually on point, so I've got to put it between those 3 myself. What about you?
I will very much agree with you. It's those it's going to be those three, I think, up there, and it's going to be as well. I think you could probably throw Kid Dynamite and Saviour probably into that mix as well for this one.
Yeah. I forgot about the Kid. I'm looking forward to this one. Nice to sit back. I'd like to say ours Tier 2 was a wet start, and then it dried out, and I think I put some mediums on, and I think I heard on the commentary people were starting to put mediums on. But yeah, the track was it looked great, but it was like an ice rink still, where you just couldn't get the temperature in the tyres. It took about 4 or 5 laps. So it looks like they're in the dry here, so it should be
yeah, lucky ones.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
Forget we got XT on Wednesday as well, X-treme on Wednesday, so one more run at it. So hopefully that one's brings us some sunshine.
Yeah, that'll be a little bit later on. I think is it 8:45, I believe, on
that is indeed
on Wednesday night.
Yeah, after Tier 3, 7 o'clock, I think. Yeah,
straight after the Tier 3 boys. It's
so it should be good. I'm assuming the Tier 3 host is probably a little bit more seasoned and experienced, so I'm sure there won't be any delays from the moron that did tonight's lobby.
Oh, don't worry, it's a new thing. Don't worry, it's not the easiest thing in the world to set these lobbies up. I know that for a fact, and you've got to memorise the rule, the lobby settings for we all run, and then it's just. Yeah,
I've saved it away now, so we should be good. But
we're going straight to the race. What's going on?
I think has that been given the go?
Not that I'm aware of.
Right, no, that's right. It did say we start at 9:24, so we look to be okay.
I wonder if it's because of the delays for Tier 2.
Yeah.
We're trying to streamline the brakes. We're sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Let's go.
As a commentator, you can blame. I know it is, but I can't possibly say on the stream.
A lot of split on those tyres.
Oh, yeah, let's get that information on my screen.
A lot of split on the tyres. A lot of soft runners.
I saw a lot of soft runners when we did the team draw. They went soft medium, and quite impressed me, to be honest, because the softs just, for me, I'd probably get about 6 laps out, and then I'd have to change.
Especially with the heavy fuel loads at the start of the race, this is going to be an interesting one, as we shall see what everybody does for the start of the race. Carl, I seen you on the chat. You're not trying to be Unai Emery, okay? I know who he's aiming that at. Me. being the Villa fan that I am. But we will get this all off the screen for the start of the Grand Prix. So we can have a nice clear run at Turn 1. For these... for the Season 16 starter. As we're all... coming up over the hill. At least the game is decided. You're gonna have a nice camera angle looking at Turn 1.
Yeah, it makes a change.
Yeah, normally we're down the back end of the straight, needing like binoculars to have a look at it.
Yeah. Right, I think last driver's just pulling into his pit box.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and Tier 1 Season 16 in MRC. We are away. Fantastic looking start from Ben. I can see him there. He's managed to hold the lead. Chris has made a move as well. He's up to third place.
Very nice.
And Kid is getting challenged by Saviour, who's also made it through as well. Onto there. I will just get the position changes up quickly so we can have a nice ganders at that for a minute. Jules has made an actually brilliant start as well. He's up a couple of spots as well. He's up to P6 and challenging Kid. I think he's actually made it up to P5 as he's going wheel to wheel with the Mercedes up through the 6M complex. Run a little bit wide, but he managed to keep it all all going. So not really good there, but Chris has had a bit of a moment. He's dropped straight back behind Kid Dynamite and Saviour again.
So we just have a little bit of a wobble there, coming out of 11, but seems to have kept the gap around about the same. But yeah, the two front boys there for themselves a little gap.
Yeah, they've already broke away. As we get, speaking of Amazon, we get the race strategies up for the race. So it's possibly about lap 13. We probably might see these guys in the soft tyres coming pit for the mediums. Yes, the Ben and Rujoni, they've rejoined their fight from last season. They're already looking like they're going to start slugging it for a fair few rounds. And here Chris up straight at the inside, back up with his old sparring partner again, Saviour. These two never leave each other alone on the track. As Bobo is having a look at now at the Mercedes.
Kid Dynamite at the moment, aren't they? Well,
yeah, it's running
quite at the minute.
Yeah. Yeah, Kid doesn't. Oh, bit of contact. Bit of contact there against the Mercedes, and I think no, he's managed to keep the position. I think Bobo backed out a little, but I think he's lost it. I think he's lost position. No, are all still going nice ship shape. This isn't bad for Kid though at the minute. He's on the medium tyres with these guys on the softs, so he just has to keep with them for a few laps. Yeah. And those softs should start dying off a bit.
Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would take him too long to gain back the couple of positions he lost from the start there.
We both know how rapid Kid is.
Yeah.
Absolutely will fly. Jules is still not broken away from that Williams yet, has he?
No. She's still quite close. I've got Anthony right near the back of Colin, 14th, 13th at the moment.
We're going to just nip up quickly up to the front three as Saviour goes right round the outside of Chris going into turn one. Beautiful overtake. But has he left it a little bit late because Chris is probably going to get the DRS back for turn 4 now. And he's gaining. Chris has backed out. I think he's going to wait for the straight. On the Joel, this little train is just all gaggled together, all looking really close. Really close, ready to fight.
I've just been near the back of the field here with, it was originally Mark Lorpe, Bergen, and the three of those were having a great battle wheel to wheel, but they've spread a little bit in a minute.
Quick little shout out to one of the reserves, Armour up in P10. He's really showing his stuff tonight and really keeping a former champion in J-Sarge quite honest at the moment.
As we said beforehand, I mean, he's got some really good pace.
Oh, he's phenomenal. Phenomenal guy to speak to as well.
The accent is cracking.
I remember one of the first races he did. I was with Winky on commentary. Yeah. I think it took about 15, 20 attempts to get his name right. I had to get the pronunciation right to a T. So we'll go quickly on board with Jules and Bobo. This is going to be a dive into turn 4. The Williams has got him. No. The McLaren managed to get clean back around the outside. Sorry, I didn't mean to jump over you again.
No, you're right. I was jumping to the front myself. I think Bailey just got... Oh, no.
Oh, he's had a spin.
He just got past Saviour.
Oh, no, Chris.
Kid even, sorry. And then, yeah, unfortunate.
Get your head back down, Chris. You'll be back in this race.
Yeah, you can't write him off at all, can you? Really?
No, he's back wheel to wheel with Hodgie at the moment. I bet Hodgie wasn't expecting to see Chris this early in the season. Oh, there's been a bit of contact up ahead, I think, as well. There's another... I think the other Ferrari's been in a bit of the wars as well, J-Sarge.
Yeah, go wheel to wheel with that.
Because he's dropped positions as well.
Yeah. Just going to have a look. See if I see any wing damage or anything like that at all.
Oh, just fanning out over the straight. This is brilliant.
Oh, what's that? Oh.
Is that Armour having a bit of a problem?
Yeah, I think
because look, he dropped a couple of positions.
At the moment, yeah, he sort of came across the turn 1 quite slow.
I'm going to go back to the... Sorry to the leaders a minute. I'm going to go have a look at this. I'm going to have a look at this little fight with the Ferraris at the minute.
It's good.
Because this is... Because this is looking very, very knife edge, and I'm just wondering if Fred Vasseur's blood pressure probably hasn't gone through the roof.
No team orders tonight.
No.
Definitely not.
No, it's the first race of the season. Let them fight for a bit.
Absolutely. See what.
Show the dominance. I think it's quieting down a little bit just at the top here.
Yeah, I think Bobo's probably the closest. That's just dropped. No, that's right. About 3 tenths at the moment.
Kid is. Yeah, Kid is still a little bit away from Saviour at the minute. About 1.5 seconds, but I think. Oh, we've had a swap for the lead out of the DRS. This is going to be becoming a running gag again, isn't it? I think for this race with these two.
Any time it's going to change is the pit. Whoever changes their pit strategy, really.
DRS for you. No DRS for you. No, you in front. I can see it being there. Yeah, after you, sir. I can see it's been a recurring gag pretty much for this race, but Jules and Bobo, they're still fighting, these two.
Yeah, they're not giving it up, are they?
No, they're not, and it's actually quite impressive. Good props to both of them, especially being able to hold it well after, especially this start to the season. They're not pulling no one's pulling the punches at the moment, which is good to see.
Yeah, laying it down for the first race, make it exciting for all of us that watch it.
Oh yeah.
9 watching now, still only 4 likes.
We need to get that up. Get that up, please, people.
Just a finger on the screen, that's all it is.
Yeah, and then just ring the bell, and then you won't miss any of the fantastic racing action we have. And if we get over a certain amount of likes, you might get some facts from me in doing the possible safety car. You don't know yet.
I thought you were going to say from me and Steve then, and I was going to go, no, you just fill your boots with the facts.
It's what I'm known as, pretty much in MRC, the walking encyclopedia with Carl, aren't I, really?
There we go, Bailey's just got past Armagh.
Kid Dynamite and Saviour, they're having a nice proper fight now. Both Mercedes powered cars. I wonder if the softs are dying off at the minute.
Yeah, it's very possible, 7 laps in. Like you say, they've all been pushing pretty hard.
Yeah, especially...
It did look having a bit of a problem getting the power down out of that hairpin there as well.
Especially with a lot of them being in traffic as well, you burn the tyres up quicker when you're behind another car.
Yeah.
Kid's in a very good position at the moment. He can go at his own pace for a bit and just not take as much out the tyres now.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, from the practice session the other week, I think the race can be done soft to medium. So yeah, Kid's definitely able to look after tyres and could make that strategy really work, providing that horrible thing doesn't happen with the strange car on the track.
Yeah, he's not really breaking away from Saviour though, as I say, to get away from the DRS in a minute.
He's gonna
quick check just with the leaders, as what I could predict the future. What happens?
Yeah, I think the top 2 and then the second pair are going to keep doing the changeover.
Yeah, and I think Bobo and Jules are going to keep their little fight going as well. And that's going to... If these 4 keep fighting at the moment, that's going to bring that second Mercedes into play. Of Calvin. Yeah.
Pretty fast. Been pretty quick.
He's closing in on this lot now.
Yes, within the DRS at the moment, just dropped out, but I'm sure that will change.
Yep, let's go quickly to tyres. All still 7 laps. Kid is the highest placed medium runner still at the moment.
How did I miss Bergen going in the pit?
He's gone to the hard tyres. I wonder.
3 laps ago.
I wonder if he's had some damage. A little bit beforehand. We'll nip just quickly back to Jules. See if he can get the DRS off the Mercedes to help him fend off the very, very rapid Williams of Bobo tonight. I think Bobo's going to try it. Nope, thinks better of it. Jules runs a little wide off turn 2.
Nobody's on any penalties at the moment, which is good. Oh,
Apart from
say
Savlon.
that.
Yeah, I think he got his a couple of laps earlier. Samflan, the first member of 3 Second Club for tonight. Everyone's just starting to segregate out at the minute, aren't they?
Yeah, Mark and Sarge, I think they just swapped around a bit. Possibly.
Sarge has dropped another one as well. Armour Red, by the looks of it, has knocked through.
Sarge, I didn't quite see what happened with Sarge. It looked like he, as I cut to him, he was coming out of the hairpin, but he was off the track. It looked like he'd run wide or something, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to drop back quickly to Colin and Chris, about 10th and 11th. These two looking like they've been warming up for a little bit of a fight. And speaking of someone else who's having another race, as I say, Fox is up there a little bit further up the road with Micromash. So there's some really interesting fights starting to gang up now as we go on to lap 10, lap 11. I believe this is where the soft tyres should, as I say, we should be getting into the pit stops fairly shortly as Chris dives up the inside.
Got it done.
He has, yes. Very, very brave move from Chris.
Nice.
Very brave move there from the blowhole.
Yeah. Got a lot of confidence in the other driver whilst you're doing that move as well, knowing they're not going to turn in on you. That's yeah.
Well,
very,
as I was going to say, we both know from personal experience anyway, from having driven with these guys. Both having times in Tier 1. These guys are the creme de la creme of the MRC for a reason, aren't they?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Their racecraft is phenomenal and their pace is otherworldly. That's the Tier 1 motto, I think.
Yeah. I always used to judge my pace. I think look at Bailey's time trials, and if I was within a second, I knew I was on point for myself. If I was any further than that, then I knew I had to find a bit more pace. But yeah, it was always I could only ever get within a second, so that was my limit.
This 2-car fight is becoming a 4-car fight now.
Yeah. Oh, we got some pit stops.
We've got Jules and Bobo both in the pits. Oh, they'll be sick of the sight of each other by the end of the race. Although looking likely that they're gonna yep, they're right out with they're 18th and 19th at the moment, but looking at the track map, they're gonna have some good space to get the tyres fired up. Let's see what they've got onto. Both to the mediums.
Both to mediums, yeah.
As you were saying, Steve, that's probably going to put them to the end now.
Yeah, that's again great. I think the race we just had, there was dried at the end, but my mediums I think had done about 18 laps at that point, and they were absolutely shocked. So I ditched in when the last virtual safety car came out. Got a set of softs on for the last few laps, but yeah, I couldn't get much more than that out of those tyres. They were gone.
Yeah.
What am I doing now? 21 laps. Yeah, that's going to be an impressive drive. I can't do it.
Ooh, we've got some more pit stops with Joni and Saviour. They both follow each other in.
Some more penalties just kicked in.
Fox and Sarge have...
Close.
Let's see what the Aston Martin goes on to. He goes in the mediums. Joni's still out ahead. I can't swap the camera quickly a minute. Let's check their tyres just to be sure.
From Bailey back at the moment, it's crazy.
Bailey, did you say? Let's go up to him quickly as immediately we just jump onto him and just see Anne trying up the inside of Fox River.
Look how many of them there are.
There's about 5 of them together. You can throw a blanket over them all. Hodgie as well. He's not pulling his punches tonight.
Absolutely.
Good to see him. Good to see him showing some pace and some good fire tonight. He is keeping himself very well. Good pace with the company he's in. He's going to be one of them. He's one of those people who need to keep pushing forward now, because he's on those medium tyres now, especially with everyone else pitting. I think that's Ben. Yep, Ben's in as well. We'll quick check on him, but we'll just jump back to this this little fight. Keeping it going. I think Mark may have Armor Red to worry about into turn 1 on the DRS. Oh, well defended. And still stuck behind the Aston Martin at the moment, and I think Hodgie's just content with just staying where he is at the minute, because he's just getting pulled along by all this lot.
Yeah, I think Bailey's got a little bit of a train behind him at the minute as well. I think
let's have a quick
really
look
pushing
where
him, but the rest of them are just sort of biding their time.
Ben's he's out, and he's actually started ahead. Saviour's jumped to Joni. I think he's passed him on track, or has he been on the pit stops? Saviour's up probably to about net P2 at the moment. Ben is starting to side his way through the traffic now. Just easily just disposes of Sam Flan and the Alpine. He's got the 2 Kick Saubers up next, so I think he's going to be straight up there. This fight isn't really helping anyone. It's always jump up to Ants up the inside of Fox River.
Keep an eye on the gap now, I think, between Colin and Bailey, because they're both on the same tyre strategy at the moment. Micro's got passed on the start-finish, but, oh, I say that. Bailey's
Chris
just taking him back into the
straight at the inside of Micromash. Now, Kid's pretty much on his own at the moment.
Yeah, he's probably just doing practice laps at the minute, and he's got no real pressure on him.
Yeah. I wonder now, because do you reckon if Chris catches up to Calvin, do you think Calvin is going to make that Mercedes as wide as he can?
I think he'll have a good go at it, yeah. And it can be, you know, you can make your car very wide around there. The only real loss you're going to have is the start-finish, because you can probably put your car in a certain position on the track around the rest of most of the circuit to avoid that move.
Comes into the pits. So does Bailey. He's done for his first 15 laps on them softs is pretty impressive,
yeah,
especially with the spin.
Go. The most I saw was 17 last week, 17 laps on the softs, which again I was just amazed by. I'll be ice skating on that usage.
As Ans
yeah, that's what I just flipped to.
Yeah, Ans and Colin making themselves very wide in Micromash's mirrors. Just thinking to yourself, okay, we're still here. We're just going to make your life a living misery for a few laps.
Colin, I would have thought it's probably going to be.
But all these medium runners now. How long would you say a pit stop is here? About 22 seconds, would you say, give or take?
Like that, yeah, 20, unless you're me, 30. But yeah, no, about 20, 21.
So if Kid was to pit now, which he has done, he'd be out probably looking at it around Saviour. Ben.
He's gone for hards.
He's at least you won't have to worry about the tyres till the end, but he's going to take a lap to get those heated up. Yeah. Where is Kid feeding out? He's right in that gap between the journey again, so... No! Battle's resumed and he nearly loses it just on the way out. There'll be probably a brown stain on the bottom of those Mercedes overalls after that, I think. That's
highly likely.
Yeah. But Saviour's managed to get ahead of Ben now. They're rapidly closing up on that other group ahead with the medium tyres. They're going to be coming to the end of their life now.
Yeah, absolutely.
What will these guys go to?
It's not going to take too long for them to reel in that gap there at all.
No, I really don't think so. I'm wondering where what are all these guys going to go on to? I think will they go to medium?
Managed to get
Will they go to hards from here? Calvin stays out.
I mean, if somebody can get say 14, 15 laps, then you could probably finish the race on them if you had that.
So they're going to be wanting to probably get to about any time now, really.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Next couple of laps maximum.
Saviour's closing them in at a very rapid rate of knots. And he's bringing some company with him.
Bobo's just got a move done on Kid down the straight, and I think he's trying to reel in Jules. That's Colin.
Bobo and Jules round number, I've lost count. No, they've been at it pretty much all race.
Yeah.
Haven't they? I'm just keeping an eye, just seeing when this on this front pack for a minute, to see if anything happens up here. As we'll head back to the net race leaders for now.
We've got Saviour. I'm sat on the Ben at the minute. Saviour's close enough there for the... Yeah, he's got the de-ice.
Should do. I think Ben's going to try it. Sorry.
I won't say who's on what, but I was looking at the battery sort of situation between 6, 7 and 8 position. Very
yeah,
different.
I wonder who's harvesting and who's saving at the moment, because I'm just waiting for someone just to go alongside, and I'll go a nice little onboard shot. But the main issue for Ben, Saviour and Joni, especially these guys not pitted, some of these guys who are in this front 5 are very quick. They're not going to make it easy for them, are they?
No. Put them at risk a bit, but like you say, it's difficult to get a move done unless it's on the start-finish, and
yeah,
when you're this close it can be a bit of a train situation, or just a swap in places kind of deal. Ben's trying to get round Saviour before they come out of the last turn. Right, who's coming in? Is that
Sarge? Just going on board with him quickly.
That's the question.
Yeah, Sarge is pitting. Let's check the tyres.
He's gone for the softs.
He has gone for the softs. Now is he gonna be...
Excellent.
He's gonna be very feisty these last few laps.
I think we might see,
isn't he? Saviour's up the inside of Hodgie, and I think Ben's going to follow. It's the freshest of the tyres. Ben's just got so much more traction. But Hodgie's an intelligent enough guy. He knows that he doesn't really have to fight these guys. They're not in his race. He's not going to lose a load of time with them. I think he's probably going to head to the pit road soon himself. But that's a great shot. A nice helicopter there.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
Nice and panoramic. That one is a nice little flash over the start-finish line for lap number lap 20. Micro mash, and Saviour's following him through.
Oh, and
he's managed to very opportunistic
of that as well.
Very opportunistic driving from Xavier and Ben there.
Yeah.
I think Joni's going to try and do the same as well. Drop the switch back underneath the Alpine. Brakes.
Great rotation around that corner as
yeah,
well.
Xavier's got ahead of Micromash too.
Yeah, it's just
And this is good news for Xavier, because if he might, as I don't think Ben can really pass around this part of the track. Micromash is going to be a bit of a cork in the bottle for him at the moment.
Ooh.
He's trying.
Oh, yeah, he wants to have a look, doesn't he? I can see him.
Be patient, Ben. Be patient.
Oh, he's doing it.
He's still going for it anyway.
Yeah, I think he's going to finish it off.
Yep, very nicely done.
And this red DRS.
Yes, I think he's
move.
still going to get it. Joni's got through as well. Still, Calvin is going on. He's got to go to Sosa for the end of the race. Oh, Micromash, 10 seconds.
Oh.
It's very easily done here, though, isn't it?
It is. It's a really low speed limit here as well, I think. Really
it's a very
low,
quick entry, though, isn't it? For here.
You've got to get your braking point spot on. So Micro's gone on to a set of softs.
I've got a feeling the other two will do the same now. Hodgie and Calvin will do the same, I think, on their stops. But I think they're probably going to have to come in sooner rather than later, because they don't want to leave themselves too many laps to try and do something.
No.
This front three has just been inseparable. Xavier, Ben and Joni.
Yeah, well, as we said at the beginning, it's probably going to be the way the season's going to pan out. A few variations here or there, but there's going to be a certain few that are just like magnets to each other on the track.
Chris and Xavier being the main operative ones I could think of.
Yeah.
He's good. I think this is going to be the lap Xavier's going for the lead.
So, yeah, there we go.
Trying to have a look. Let's have a quick ganders around.
Bobo, I think, on it. Bobo's just got. Has he got the move done?
Although now, Calvin's just holding his journey back a little bit. I don't think it's going to be for too much longer. Straight through. Again, I think.
Oh. Sorry, I'm on board.
Oh, I've just literally just gone for this 3 wide going into the hairpin.
Yeah. Jules, Kid and Bobo's great little battle going
just
on
came
there.
over the crest of the hill.
Giving everyone, you know, racecraft is fantastic.
Oh yeah, I think the others have pitted now. And as predicted, all onto the soft tyres. I think the only person left now is Calvin.
I'll go for a sprint race now, can't they?
Ah, Bobo's got some damage on the car. I just spotted that. His left front end plate's missing.
Plate. Good spot.
So that
happened. I don't.
Must have been some contact a little bit earlier on, but that's going to be a dog of a car to drive for the rest of the race. As he's getting swamped by the Mercedes and the McLaren. Straight through. That's going to be, especially around the middle of the lap, that's going to be a pain in the neck to drive.
Yeah. Like I say, I sadly lost the front end plate on mine on the opening lap, and I thought it looked like minor damage. I thought I'd be alright, but yeah, there's a certain few turn-ins the car does not turn in, even with the slightest amount gone.
Calvin's really benefited from the undercut. He's actually came straight out ahead of Ant.
Very nice.
Micromash still hunting around P12. Sarge is
putting the front screws on Colin at the moment, I think.
Yeah, he's just keeping him honest, keeping that Red Bull, keeping him honest, thinking I'm still here. You don't think you can get rid of me that easy? Fox running P9. Armar still in the points. Fantastic run from himself again. Chris is nice to cover it to P7. Bobo, he's going to be able to. Bobo, when he closes his eyes tonight, all he's going to see is the back of that McLaren. He'll be able to draw it from memory after this race.
Tattooed inside his eyelids.
Yeah, burned into his retinas.
Micro mesh is.
I think these front three are just a little bit too far ahead now. Sorry. I think. No, well, what's up?
Sorry, micro mesh just went really wide around turn 1, but it was right up close with Colin and Sarge. Everyone made it, I think, but yeah.
Yeah, no one's missing any end plates or wheels.
It's very close there.
Very tight, very clean racing tier 1 tonight. You can all pat yourselves on the back for a job well done.
Sarge, yeah, I think Sarge is just definitely. Oh,
very slimy.
Okay, we'll leave Sarge. I'll go to someone else.
Yeah, well, I think we'll leave Jay Sarge for a little bit. I think because he's probably got his games mixed up the way he was sliding like that. This isn't Dirt 2. Let's go back up to the front three for a little bit for our version in the Indy 500 and see how they're getting on. Still line astern. Jules actually gets ahead of Kid now. Looks like he's trying to power slide around the corner. Oh, yellow. Think it's Lorpy.
This is I've been out of turn 13, possibly.
Yeah, it looks like towards the end of the lap.
Calvin came out with quite a big gap and is now just 3 tenths.
Yeah, he's probably on the back of the Sarge group. And,
Sarge,
yeah, the Sarge group's trying to bring on the points, and I think Ant's coming along with him, and I think Hodgie will be up there in a lap or two. Although, we'll have to be merry as well. We have the new point structure in for this year. Don't we?
I believe so. Are we looking at the top 15 now, is it?
For points, yep.
Excellent. And we introduced, or reconfirmed, the fastest lap.
Is we still giving the point for the fastest lap, or has that been abolished like the actual real life F1?
Oh, I thought we'd agreed it, but I could be wrong. I haven't paid too much attention in the last 24 hours or so.
We will double check that for you.
We can double check that. That probably means I'm wrong, but yeah.
Oh, don't worry. It happens, but we'll jump quickly back down to this little fight with Calvin, J. Sargent, Hodgie. Yeah. Tail end of the grid, still battling hard as always.
I get the feeling, I know you cut back now, but I think with the top 3 there, Joni likes to just sort of watch what happens ahead. I think sometimes when you're this far into a race, I think he'll be quite comfortable just sat there in third and wait for that penultimate lap to spice things up.
He's intelligent enough. He's won the championships. He knows what he's doing. All these guys know what they're doing. Really.
Whoa! Just lost Sarge. He's alright. He just had a bit of a rear end
just
there.
Caught the end of that. It looks like a bit of a pirouette.
It's all good. No damage.
That has released Hodgie a little bit to try and close back up on Ant. Calling 3 seconds. Not that many penalties tonight.
No, it's not too
I'll
bad.
have quick ganders. Micromash still with the 10 seconds. Fox with 3. Colin with 3. J Sarge 3, Samplan 3, Sanfeo 6. I wonder if the micromash one. Oh yeah, the micromash one was for his pit stop, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna hurt him come the end of the race.
Sitting on board with some of the medium runners, just flicking through the field here, and it does look like a lot of people now sort of struggling with the rear end. Cars seem to be sliding around a little bit more now.
Yeah, I wonder if this was Kid's plan all along, just to let them run off and burn their tyres out and then try and catch up, but I don't think he's going to catch 11 seconds up in the 5 laps. I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
Never say never, but yeah, it's a big shout, that, isn't it?
Yeah, Kid's a phenomenal driver. Don't get me wrong. I think 11 seconds in 5 laps is a little bit beyond him. I think it's beyond Michael Schumacher, being honest. But we'll see. But he's not. Kid isn't. Jules has managed to keep with Kid very well today. And Bobo's dropped back a lot from those two now.
He's cutting back to Armar as well, you know, still comfortably in the top 10 there.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Yeah, doing alright. It's a good race.
Shout out to him. He's putting himself very much in the shop window for next season.
Yeah, I think carries on like this, it's going to be well earned. Sitting back with Ant at the moment, just seeing if we can get a move on Colin.
Let's drop back to the Alpine and the Red Bull. I think we've had a swap up front with Jules and Kid. And keep an eye on this lot for a little bit. Ant's going to try the outside line. Brave, he pulls that off. Through, no contact. Very impressive.
No
very impressive from both of them. Oh, Calvin's starting to get. Calvin on those softs, they're going to be fresh as anything.
Yeah.
Compared to these other two.
He can sandwich him in there, we go.
Nicely done there, Calvin. Up to P10.
It's a traction.
He's got a chance, I think, to get Fox River and Armor. I definitely think before the end of the race.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
I think Chris is a little bit too far up the road, but I definitely think P8 is definitely doable for Calvin.
Yeah, I agree.
As he's just glued to the back of that Aston Martin now. Let's just stay with them for a little bit longer.
Confidence as well, because I mean he's only done what 6 laps on those soft tyres at the moment. So
let's have a quick look. Yeah, he's probably got the freshest tyres on. He's probably got the freshest tyres on the track at the moment.
Yeah, and Fox just had a little wobble, just coming out of the last turn there as well. So his rear end's not too grippy.
His tyres are going to be wrecked. They're going to be crying out in pain. No more, please.
Flashing light as well in front of Calvin.
That's like dangling a. It's like dangling a red rag in front of a bull, isn't it? Literally just going.
You love to see it.
Here's a more of an incentive for you.
There we go. He's getting it done. So
it's on the traction.
Yeah. Made it look easy.
That's the tyre difference. That's got to be the tyre difference.
1.1.
Side his way through now.
Armor. 3 laps easy.
Possible. Fox another 3 seconds.
Oh no.
It's going to drop him a little bit further back, but I think it's that wing damage that's done Bobo in a little bit. That's probably why he's dropped back off Jules and Kid Dynamite, who are still going at it.
The fact that Bobo's, you know, only in 6th with that wing damage as well is pretty impressive.
Oh, definitely. Dynamite goes ahead down the start finish straight. Beautiful, nice little camera shot there. Thank you, EA. On this one,
Calvin's probably gonna take his 8th position in the next few.
Yeah. I've just seen something interesting up on the track, and I think it's going to help Xavier a little bit. He's got Bergen ahead of him, coming up to lap him, and I wonder if Xavier's going to try and not lap Bergen. I think he's going to try and just keep him ahead, just to give himself the DRS.
Not bad shout. Samplane's just got 10 seconds for the pit.
Speeding in the pit lane. I wonder if that's going to be the case. I wonder if Xavier's going to try and use Bergen to fend off Ben and Ujoni.
He looks close enough. I would assume he's got DRS.
Yeah.
Moving out of the way.
Yeah, Sanfeo's retired as well. That's going to save him for this lap, but I don't know whether it's going to save him for the end of the race, though, because what Xavier needs is Ujoni and Ben to start fighting a lot more.
Yeah, you'd have thought now is the moment Ujoni's going to really fire.
Yeah, he's going to turn the wick up a bit more, I think, now.
Oh, big look up.
But still, Xavier and Ben are no walkovers with this. They know what they're doing. Xavier with the multiple world championships.
I
Ben,
thought it was just all of them.
Yeah, Ben definitely with a good shot of being in the hunt for his first championship for this year, and Ujoni to add to his.
Yeah.
All three of these guys are just top caliber.
And whilst we're watching them, Calvin has made that 8th place.
Oh, Lorpe's disqualified from the session. Going the wrong way. I think that was him doing donuts on the outside of the turn. As
right, here we go.
Ujoni is lining the house up.
Oh, the bus must both be using a load of battery there, because there was no games whatsoever between the two of them.
Sorry, I just had to swap the camera a minute. I'll get a peek at the batteries. So he's keeping them on, keeping it honest. Ben's trying the outside, but he's going to leave Ujoni open on the inside line. This is not over, folks. This is not over for the win. This is your podium.
The only one with the advantage of any sort at the moment is Ben, with one slightly lapped fresher tyres.
Yeah, and I think these guys. Trying. It's Joni's a bit of contact as well. It's very brave to try that move there. I wonder. I wonder if Xavier's trying to get the DRS on that last lap. He needs to probably try and run Ben out a little wide just to hamper his line, but this is going to be a finish. Over the crest of the hill. Who's going to take it? Xavier, 7,000th of a second. Wow. Wow.
That's fairly close. Nicely done, Xavier. Ben and Ujoni, obviously.
Ujoni P3, Jules takes P4, Dynamite P5. A race-long fight with those two. Bobo just finishes ahead of Chris. P6, P7. Calvin, fantastic result for him. P8, Micromash finishes on the road, but I think he's going to drop because of his penalty. So that's Armar in P9 and P10. Hodgie takes P11. Colin P12, Fox River 13th, Micromash comes across the line 14th, J Sarge 15th, G Star, a little bit of a lonely race for him. He's just coming around the last couple of corners now, and he's going to be he'll be the last car to finish the race. Wow, what a finish.
That was indeed
7,000th of a second between first and second. Tier 1, I take my hat off to you for that. You've done it again.
Driver of the day, so
Drive. I would probably have to agree with that, with the game on that one.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go along with that as well, to be perfectly honest.
To hold back Ujoni and Ben like that for multiple laps and to win the race by that tight of a margin.
Yeah, fastest lap as well by the looks of it. I know that doesn't count, but he's gained he started 5th on the grid.
Yeah,
so,
he's had a phenomenal race.
Yeah, absolutely great. So yeah, I'm in favour.
Yeah, stunning race. Like all of Tier 1, you can all hang your heads high for that one. That was absolutely superb. What a show.
Yeah, thanks for the show. Enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I hope our audience did as well. As unfortunately the game does exactly what it does all the time with me and just doesn't show me the end screen.
I got zilch.
Yeah, I didn't get that as well.
F1 24.
But that may be the end of the racing for tonight, but it is not the end of the racing for the week for ourselves, because as we mentioned during the broadcast, we have the Tier 3 boys off at 7 on Wednesday, and if you keep an eye open on the lineup, you may see someone very familiar, someone you heard a little bit earlier on in the race tonight. It's Mr. Connor Hardy, and later on at 8:45 with the X-treme boys as well on Wednesday. So you still got more to come, but not just the end there though, because we have got X on Friday as well from the Circuit de Gilles Villeneuve in Montreal, which I'm not sure on the format, but that will be a absolute stonker of a race. But again, Steve, thank you again for joining me for tonight's race.
Thank you for having me.
No worries, and keep your eyes glued to the YouTube, guys. You'll be able to see Tier 3, X-treme and X later on this week. But from myself and Steve, it is a good night. Take care and have a good week all.